Morning, Sashi.
Good morning, sir. Sir, I have a doubt.
Sakshi, doubt you can ask through WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Tell
Okay,
me.
sir.
Tell me what is your doubts.
So 1 second. So in question number 26, the second transaction. Sir, in the in illustration 26,
Yes.
Fourth transaction. 1 minute. The fifth transaction received 500 from sale of old newspapers and magazines.
Yes.
Here it is given cash account to miscellaneous income. General entry. But on that day, you told that it will be cash account to. Sorry. Okay, sir. So it will be cash account to miscellaneous income and 2 chairs.
Which question you are asking? 25. Which transaction?
26 second transaction.
Second transaction.
Yes, sir.
For the sale of old newspaper, we can write it to miscellaneous income. And
Yes, sir.
old chair we are selling, we can write it 2 chairs.
Okay, sir. And cash account will be debiting.
Cash account will be debit.
Okay.
Okay, good morning to all. Today we will start a new chapter. That will be chapter 6. This chapter is related with the tax we are collecting for the government whenever we are purchasing. As a customer, whenever we are purchasing from any shop, in that selling price, in the MRP, always some extra amount will be added. In that MRP, it is included, and that money is going to the government. And this is the main source of income for the government. This is a tax. Earlier days, there were different type of many taxes. In central government also many taxes was there, and in state government also many different type of taxes are there. Now all the taxes are eliminated, and in that place only one tax only there. That tax is known as GST. Okay, earlier many type of taxes are there. Now all the taxes are merged together. All the taxes are merged together, and now we can see only one tax. That tax is known as GST. In the GST, this 1 second. In the GST, G stands for goods, S stands for services. Goods and services tax. That is the full form of GST. Then three type of GST is there. Three type of GST is there. One is CGST. Next one is SGST. Then IGST. Then in SGST, instead of SGST sometimes UTGST also there. UTGST also there. So three type of GSTs are there. This is given in the textbook. Okay. Here C stands for central. Okay. Central Goods and Service Tax Act. Here S stands for state. State Goods and Service Tax. UT means Union Territory. Either state, otherwise Union Territory. Union Territory Goods and Service Tax. And this is a IGST means interstate. interstate. Okay, interstate goods service tax. If our GST is 10%, if a GST is 10%, then whenever any goods we are purchased, and this will be recorded in the books of accounts, then this is 10%, we will divide it into two. Then 5% will be there, and 5% we will take as CGST, and the rest of the 5 we are taking either SGST or UTST. And this is happening if the seller and the purchaser both are belongs to one state. Suppose a person is doing business in Uttar Pradesh and he is purchasing from Uttar Pradesh only, then the two type of tax will be applicable. And if a tax rate is 10%, 5% we will show as CGST, and the other 5 we are showing as SGST. But a person is doing the business in Uttar Pradesh and he is purchasing something from other states, for example Bihar, he is purchasing from Bihar, then only this only will be applicable. IGST only will be applicable, and that will be 10%. There is no need of taking two taxes there. Only one tax only will be there. That is known as IGST. Interstate. Interstate means between two states. That may be when we are purchasing at the time of sale is also, this is both the type of tax will be applicable. Okay, this much you understood. When this is applicable within the state, okay, within the state, if any purchase is there, or within the sale, within the state any sales is there, then this two will be there. And if we are purchasing from other states, then this two will not be there in our journal entry. This will not be considered. Then only IGST only applicable. And if a tax rate is 10%, here we will take 5% to this one and 5% to SGST. And between two states the transaction is happening, then this two is not required. The full 10% will be charged in IGST only. Okay. Then for everything there is no tax. Some items are or some transactions are excluded from GST. Some transactions are excluded from GST. That we can see from page number 6.13. Page number 6.13. There some transactions are given, 10 transactions are given, GST not levied. GST not levied. This we have to study, because when the transactions are given, in that the GST is there, for these transactions we are not adjusting the GST. In the journal entry we are not showing the GST. And the rest of the transactions we have to show GST also. So which transactions are excluded from GST? This we have to understand clearly. So let us go these points one by one. First point is telling that for the capital amount, when the businessman is contributing something into the capital, for that GST will not be levied, GST will not be shown in the journal entry. Second one, it's the opposite. What is the opposite of capital contribution? Next one is drawings. And if a businessman is taking something from the business, any cash is taken from the business, then there is no GST. And the third one is, we are depositing some money into the bank. From the office, we are giving some money to the bank. For that, there is no GST. It's opposite. We are taking some money from the bank for office use or for personal use. Then also there is no GST. Then fifth one, if we are making the payment to creditors and we are receiving some discounts, then also there is no GST. Next point, we are collecting money from debtors and we allowed some discount for both the transaction. We are collecting the money, that is one transaction. Another one is a discount we are allowing for the both, there is no GST. Then seventh one, if any bad debts is there, For that there is no GST, and bad debts recovered is there. For that also no GST. Then payment of wages and salary. Payment of wages and salary, no GST. Payment of electricity and water bills, no GST. Payment of traveling expenses, no GST. And one more item, you can add there, payment of interest. Okay, interest also, there is no GST. Please add one item there. Anshika.
Yes, sir.
So this you understood now? And when we are passing the journal entries, in the journal entry, this GST will be shown this way. We are using input. Input CGST. Input SGST. So this always in the journal entry we are using either input, otherwise we will use output. Output we are using output CGST. Or output SGST. Input, this we are using for the any expenses we are giving. Whenever we are purchasing goods will be our expenses. So whenever we are making the payment for any expenses, or if any expenses happens, except here we seen some transactions we are seeing just now for wages, salaries, traveling expenses, electricity bill, for interest. For this GST is not there. And for rest of the items, whenever any expense is coming, then we will debit input. Input CGST we will debit. And output is coming whenever any income we are receiving. At the time of sales, output we are recording. At the time of purchases, input we are writing. And input we are debiting. Input CGST we are debiting. Whenever when we are purchasing goods, entry will be purchases account debit. This account also will debit. Purchase account debit, input CGST debit, input SGST debit to cash, otherwise to name of the creditor. That will be the journal entry. So what I am telling is, when any expense is there, then input we are using and that will be debited. And when any sale is there, so two sales we are writing. Along with that, we will write it to output CGST, to output SGST we are writing. So remember, when we are using input, if any expense is there, at the time of expenses we are debiting. Input, this also we are debiting. Incomes we are crediting, and along with the incomes we are crediting. Output also we have to credit it. Output CGST or output SGST we have to credit it. This much you understood? Input we are using when any expense is there, or along with the purchases, or if you are purchasing any machinery, then machinery account debit. Input CGST debit, input SGST we will debit it. Whenever any expense is there or any non-current asset we are purchasing, that time we will debit this one. And when this account we are using for crediting it, when if any sale is there, sale of goods or sale of any asset, that time we will write two sales we are writing. Along with that, we will write two output CGST and two output SGST. If a tax rate is 10%, 5% we will write here, and the rest of the 5 we will write. And if we sold outside the state, then only one item only will write output IGST will be writing. There is no need of writing CG and SGST. No need. If you are from outside state to the outside state, if you are selling, no need of this two. Only one is required. That it will be output IGST will be we are writing. And if we are purchasing from outside state, then purchases when we are debiting along with input IGST will be we are debiting. There is no need of debiting this CGST and SGST. Okay. So within this 5 minutes, I told many things. GST means earlier different type of tax was there from the side of central government and the state governments. Now all the taxes are eliminated and only one tax will be there. That tax is known as GST, goods and service tax, GST. And there are 3 type of GSTs are there. If a transaction is making within the state, then 2 GST. One is CGST, another one is SGST. And this will be for union territory. So in India, 28 states are there and some union territory also there. So instead of SGST, sometimes we are using union territory GST also we are using. So either this or this. Okay. So 2 CGST and SGST. And if a transaction we are making between 2 states, then this 2 will not be there. Only one tax will be there, that is known as IGST. Then input is there, output is there. When we are writing input, if any we are purchasing goods or we are purchasing any non-current assets, then input GST we will debit, not credit. We are debiting. And when we are writing output, if any sale is there, at the time of sale, or we are selling some assets, simply sales means goods. So when we are selling goods, otherwise, if you are selling any assets, then output is CGST. 2 output is CGST will write. Okay, 2 means what? Credited. So this we are using for crediting. Output we are using for crediting, but input we are using for debiting. Then we can write one question. Okay, not a question, one answer we can solve. The first question we can solve. Okay. So all of you please take chapter 6. And one more thing I forgot to tell. In the beginning of the chapter, many things are given. Some paragraphs is given. All of you please read that one. Okay. What are the characteristics of GST? Then some introduction part, something is given. Definitely you have to read it because this tax will be a new things for you. Everything I cannot tell in the class. Listen, in my class, mainly I am concentrating the numerical parts, theory parts, which is needed for doing the problem. That only I am explaining here. The rest of the things you have to understand from the textbook. Okay. So the theories which I am explaining here, that will help you only for solving the numerical questions. That theory only I am explaining here. Rest of the theory you have to see from the textbook. That is why chapter 6 in the beginning some paragraphs, some explanations are given. All of you please go through that. Not now, later. Okay, page number 6.26. 6.26. There the first question. There the first question. Past entries in the books of Mukherjee and Sons, assuming all transactions have taken place within the state of Uttar Pradesh. All the purchases will be within Uttar Pradesh, all the sales also within Uttar Pradesh. It means the businessman is located in Uttar Pradesh and all his customers and all his suppliers all are from Uttar Pradesh only. Okay. Assuming CGST is 9% and SGST is 9%. So the tax rate is 18%, not 10%. Tax rate is 18%. It's half will be CGST, other half will be SGST. That is a 9%. Now we are going to the transactions. First one, purchase the goods for rupees 5 lakh from Mehta Pradesh. So the entry I am telling, If you want to make the column, I will give you 1 minute time. So please make the column if you want. Okay. So the first transactions journal entry will be purchases account debit. Purchases account debit. Two more debit is there. Purchase account debit. Then input CGST account debit. Input CGST account debit. One more. Input SGST account debit. Input ST account debit to Mehta Brothers. To Mehta Brothers. Listen, first of all, we cannot write a Mehta Brothers amount. Here, purchase amount only given. That amount you can write against purchases. Purchase amount is given 5 lakh. So write in the debit column against purchases, write 5 lakh. Then under that the input CGST debit is there. There 9% of 5 lakh. How much? 45,000. 45,000. Under that input SGST, there also 45,000. And the total amount is coming in Mehta Pradesh in credit column total amount. That is 5,90,000. 5,90,000. I hope it is completed.
Yes, sir.
Second transaction, sold goods for rupees 8,000 to Munjal and company.
इसलिए देता हूँ क्योंकि मैं सुमन
Okay, sold goods for rupees 8 lakh to Munjal and company. Here the entry will be, this is a personal account, we can debit. Munjal and company debit. Two sales, only one debit, that is a Munjal and company debit. Two sales accounts. Then which account will credit along with this sales?
Output CGST.
Output, okay. To output CGST. To output CGST. To output SGST. Then, first of all, write the amount against sales. Sales is given 8 lakh. 8 lakhs, 9%, 72,000. So, to output the CGST, 72,000. And to SG output SGST, 72,000. Then against that debit, the amount will be 9,44,000 total amount. 9,44,000. Then next transaction, paid for advertisement 40,000 by check. Advertisement, this is for this tax will be levied, GST will be levied. It is not excluded. So what will be the journal entry? So already we written 2 journal entries from that. Can you tell the answer? Samisha Tiwari, can you guess what will be the answer of 15th transaction?
Sir, advertisement account debit to input CGST.
Input to CGST, we are debiting or crediting?
Yes, sir.
Yes means
Sir, advertisement account debit to input CGST debit. Two inputs SGST account debit. To bank account.
bank account, but your answer is correct, but you told 1 2 extra. After debit, there is no need of, if the aspect is debit, there is no need of writing beginning. Beginning, there is no need of writing 2. Okay, so I will correct you. Answer is advertisement account debit. After that, 2 is not there. Then input CGST debit, input SGST debit to bank. Your answer is correct, but you told 1 extra. 1 2 you added. Before the debit aspect, there is no need of writing. Okay, so answer is advertisement account debit, input CGST debit, input SGST debit to bank. First of all, write advertisement amount of 40,000. Then 9% of 40, 3600. Again 3600. And the total is 47,200. 47,200 against 2 bank.
So,
Any doubt is there?
yes, sir.
Asta, okay.
Yes, sir. So in advertisement, why we are using debit, debit GST, input GST and input CGST and input SGST.
Advertisement, we have to charge. I told you in the beginning, whenever any expense is there, their GST will be there, except we studied 10 transactions. In that, advertisement is not there. The 10 transactions are for wages, salaries, then interest, electricity bill. For these items only, GST is excluded. And for the advertisement, the GST is there.
Okay, sir.
And it is an expense. And if any expense is there, always input we have to debit. That is why.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Next transaction. Purchased furniture for office use rupees 50,000 and payment made by check. So here CGST we will debit or credit. What is your opinion? Joy Clarence.
Sir, debit.
Okay. If you are debiting, it will be input.
Yes, sir.
So the answer will be furniture account debit. Furniture account debit. Input CGST. Input CGST debit. Input SGST debit to bank. To bank. And write the amount against each aspect. Furniture will be 50,000 and 4,500 will be the tax amount. 4,500, 4,500. Total 59,000. that will be against to bank. Next transaction, paid for printing and stationery. Paid for printing and stationery, the amount is 8,000. Printing and stationery is an expense, and here tax also will be there. So you can write the journal entry. The answer will be printing and stationery account debit 8,000. Input the CGST debit, input the SGST debit to bank or to cash. To bank we can write, and the amount will be stationery will be 8,000. Then input will be 720, again 720, and the total will be 9,000. How much will come? 9,420 is coming. 440 is coming now.
40. Yes.
440.
9,440 is the total. This much is over. Okay. And the last transaction that I am not teaching you, so that the transaction you can eliminate. Okay, you can delete that transaction. You can cut it up. Okay, last transaction, every question, one more transaction is there. Actually, this transaction is, we have to find out the difference of input and output, and the balance amount we have to make to the government. Practically, this we are doing. Okay, input to GST means the tax we collected. And to output is written, this is the tax we paid to the government. Tax we collected is there, tax we paid is there. And how much is the difference? That difference we have to adjust by one journal entry. So that journal entry I am not teaching you. So that is no need of studying. So that the transaction you can just cut it. Okay. So that is why a lot of work I have reduced for you. This calculation will take a lot some time, and it is not easy to understand also. Okay. Then. So this is the question you understood now. Then one more topic.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, please repeat journal entry of March 25.
Journal entry of
March 25.
25. 25 and 18, 15, all are same only. Okay, if you want, I will repeat. Printing and stationery account debit, input CGST debit, input SGST debit to bank or to cash. This is an expense, that is why this input GST we are debiting. Then I am teaching one more topic, and it's a practical. I will give it through all that recorded class. Okay, listen. So till now I told you this input CGST and SGST we are debiting at the time of we are purchasing, or at the time of when we are giving an expense of this account we are debiting. But some circumstances are there to credit this one. Input to CGST or input to SGST, we need to credit for some transactions. That the transactions will be when we are crediting purchases account. Some transactions are there. There we will credit purchases. Normally purchase account we will debit only. but we have studied just before previous days, 2-3 days before, we studied some transactions. In that transactions, we studied that purchase account we are crediting. So when we are crediting the purchases, that time this account input CGST and input SGST also we are crediting. Okay, so that that circumstances will be, first one is drawing of goods. When the drawing of goods, journal entry, I taught you what is the journal entry. Drawings account debited to purchases. Purchase account normally we are debiting only, but in some cases we are crediting the purchases. So remember, when the purchase account we are crediting, then if any GST we have debited, that also we need to credit it. So this is the one circumstances. And the second one is charity of goods. Charity given in the form of goods. And the third one is advertisement by goods. Then goods lost by fire, by accidents, or by theft in this situation. Or any other reason. Okay. Goods lost by fire, other is goods lost by accidents, or some cases. Then one more. At the time of purchase return. At the time of purchase return. So at the time of purchase return, actually purchases account we are not crediting. So this is the first 4 cases. Whenever we are crediting input CGST, means 2 input CGST we are writing. That time purchases also will be there. 2 purchase also will be there in this first 4 cases. And here at the time of purchase return, which account we are crediting? This is purchase return account itself we are crediting. Okay. So in this 5 cases, input CGST we will credit. Otherwise, always this account we are debiting only. Okay, is it clear? Then we are coming to output CGST. In the beginning, I told output CGST we are crediting, or 2 we are writing for this one always. 2 output CGST, 2 output SGST we are writing. Means this we are always we are crediting. In exception to that credit, one time and in one transaction we will debit this outputs. That will be at the time of sales return. At the time of sales return we are debiting. So this account also we will debit it. Okay. So sales return account debit, output CGST debit, output SGST debit to that supplier. That will be the journal entry. Usually we will credit this one, but one occasion is there for debiting this account. That will be along with the sales return. This account we need to debit this output. Okay. So if we understood this, on the basis of this, next question we can solve. That is solution we can do. Today I will upload one class, and tomorrow or after uploading I will inform you. Okay. So with this, today's class is over. And I told you in the beginning of this chapter, some explanations are given regarding the different type of taxes, what will be the history of this GST, like that many things are given for understanding, for knowing what it is. Please read that portion. Okay. And if any doubt is there, you can ask. In the previous chapter, up to additional questions. I told the last two questions, I think I told you there is no need of doing the copy. The rest all the questions answer will be there in your copy. Your copy I will check it through online. One day I will make you one video call and I will ask you to show the answer of that questions. Okay, so complete everything one by one. There will be 20 marks, internal marking will be there, 20 marks. Your examination is conducting out of 80. 20 mark is for internal exam. Okay, so keep in mind, do all the work in your copy. Some students are using this opportunity to ask the doubt through WhatsApp. Many are asking, and I am giving the reply also. So those who are having doubts, and even and I am sending the messages also. Whenever I am uploading some classes, I am sending the messages. If we are not getting any messages from me, then there will be two reasons. One reason is you did not give your number to me. That may be one reason. And the second reason will be maybe you given your number, but you did not save that number in your mobile. You have to save my number in your mobile, then only you will receive broadcast messages. I am sending not individual messages to all the students. I am sending message in one group. That group is a broadcast group. Okay. So those are listening. If you are not receiving any messages from me, then remember, first of all, you have to give your number. Then I will add your name in that group. Then only, and you have to save my number also. Then only you will get the messages. Okay. And I am repeating my phone number 9532 516588. Okay. Okay, any doubt is there, you can ask. Okay, then today's class is over. Thanks to all.
Thank you, sir.
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 Welcome.